The only reason anybody even cares about Monday anymore, this is Monday Movie Pickup. Family favorites from Universal. There's 10 movies on here, and yeah, why don't you look at some of those classic gems on there. Oh geez. I actually got this collection for pretty cheap. I wanted it mostly for The Wizard, because I still want to check that movie out. And Matinee, that actually looks like a really interesting movie, you know, for cinema lovers in general. But the rest of these, oh man, oh geez, a lot of these. Some of these are pretty horrible. I'll get to hopefully all of them eventually, but yeah, I don't know about 80% of those. Cool Hand Luke. This is a pretty entertaining film. I just watched it. And yeah, it's classic Paul Newman, and it's just kind of a prison film, and it's not my favorite of that genre. I mean, I think other movies do it better, like Shawshank Redemption, for instance, but this is still a pretty good one, mostly because Paul Newman has a really good performance. Kind of a, yeah. I got this because this is actually from Scream Factory, and the nice thing is that it came with 2 movies, both of which I don't have. John Carpenter's The Fog and Joe Dante's film The Howling. One of the, what was it, like 3 werewolf movies that came out that year in 1982. Was it 1980? I guess it was 1980, but a bunch of werewolf movies came out that year. An American Werewolf in London, stuff like that. And I'm excited to see both of these. I got this for pretty cheap. Usually Scream Factory stuff is kind of more pricey, and they made this as a 1-disc double feature. I hate that the side of it just says Scream Queen double feature rather than listing the movies. That's kind of annoying, but yeah. I'd probably rather get the individual releases, probably because they cut down on the extras for this release, since they have both movies on 1 disc. But hey, it was a budget buy. Braveheart. This is actually a 2-disc edition. Never seen Braveheart, and I've never seen Gladiator. And these are both part of the Cinephile series. I always confuse these 2 movies, and geez, I wonder why. Winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. They're literally nominated for the same things. But yeah, then they also have almost kind of the same font. They both came out pretty close to one another, and they both always, I don't know, they're both movies that take place a long time ago, and they've always confused me. When I was a kid, I always thought they were the same movie. And I'm excited to see them both finally. These are both 2-disc editions. This is when Paramount was doing a lot of 2-disc editions when Blu-ray first started. I actually have the Forrest Gump one of the Cinephile series as well. Snow White and the Huntsman. I was just sitting all day trying to figure out what was the name of the sequel to this movie, and it was called, I think it was The Huntsman Winters War, something like that. I couldn't believe they made a sequel to this. This was during that time where they were trying to make a bunch of different movies based on classic fairy tales. They did one on it kind of started with Alice in Wonderland, but Twilight sort of helped this movement also. Speaking of Twilight, look who's in this. But then like films like Red Riding Hood came out, or Hansel and Gretel, and Snow White and the Huntsman. I know that however it happened, Chris Hemsworth came back for the sequel, and so did Charlize Theron. So whatever contract they signed, they for some reason had to come back for a sequel, and I think that's the only reason they made it, because they had them in the contract. Castaway, one of Robert Zemeckis' better movies, and I've been trying to get all his movies on Blu-ray. This movie literally makes me cry. This is one of those interesting covers. It actually has the regular cover underneath. I'm only going to show its mouth, I can't get the rest off, but yeah. I like these cases that they did for a lot of 20th Century Fox films. Days of Thunder. This is a race car movie. Not a race car movie fan really, but hey, it's Tom Cruise. I've been trying to get all the Tom Cruise movies, and I just keep finding them everywhere, so this was another great buy. And then we got The Terminal, And at this point, I'm starting to really get close to finishing my Steven Spielberg collection. I remember seeing this in theaters, and that's really it. I remember he was trying to buy a burger at Burger King. I don't really remember much about the movie past that, so it'll be exciting to give it another watch. I think I even saw it in theaters when it originally came out, so that was so many years ago though, hardly remember. That's all the movies for this week, and next week I have a different special video instead of Monday movie pickup, so look forward to that. But the week after, Monday movie pickup will be coming back in all its shining glory.